Hey, what's up users? This is John at Muse For You, and in today's video tutorial, I'm going to be showcasing the futuristic user interface animation / menu that you can add to your Adobe Muse website. I've created this animation in Edge Animate, and I'll be showing you how to add the animation to your Adobe Muse website and how to style it and change the links to work with your website. So I have the animation here. This is what it looks like in Adobe Muse, and if I hit Command-Shift-E to preview in the browser, we can see the animation here. It's very slick. It's kind of a futuristic animation, and we have these dots here, and if you hover over the dots, we have the home button right over here, and when you hover over it, there's a sound effect and it shows you the link or the name of where that link goes to. So we have this button here, then we have menu item 1, menu item 2, menu item 3, menu item 4, and menu item 5. And then if you click on them, it takes you to different pages. Very good. Yeah, and item 5. And the home page just goes to the home page. And I've actually added the Muse For You logo here in the middle. So this is the animation we'll be going over in today's video tutorial. We're going to change the color of this animation. I'm going to show you how to change the links, and yeah, basically how to add it to your Adobe Muse website so that it's functional for your website and can serve the purposes of your website. So to gain access to this animation, you simply go to museforyoushop.com, click on Shop Now, and the animation will be in the shop. As of now, it's not in the shop as of right now, but once you watch this video, the animation will be up in the shop. Excuse me. So yeah. There it is. So we're going to begin. So yeah, let's begin with the video tutorial. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is obviously download the animation from museforyoushop.com. So just go to Shop Now, and then it'll be here, and just click Buy for $5, and then you can download it to your computer. Once you've downloaded it, it'll be in your downloads folder, or wherever you have your downloads going to. And I've placed, it's going to be a zip file, and it's called Muse For You Futuristic User Interface Animation, and it's this zip file here. So to extract it on a Mac, you simply double click, or if you're on Windows, you can right click and click on Extract All or Extract to Folder, and it'll place it in a folder called Muse For You Futuristic User Interface Animation / menu. So I'm going to, or dash menu. So I'm going to double click, and then we get this folder here. Muse For You, the folder from the zip file. So I'm going to double click, and here we have a few different folders. The folder you want to concern yourself with is this images folder. So I'm going to double click, and here we have a few images. We have layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, and a few different layer images. So the images you want to concern yourself with are layer 2, 3, 4, 12, and 52. 5 and 1, don't really concern yourself with those. They actually didn't need to be in the folder, but they're there. But the ones we want to focus on are those 5 that I mentioned. So to change the color of these these images, we can simply click and hold on these and actually, before I do this, I want to showcase an example so you know what we're doing. I'm going to go to this one, and this is one that I've changed the color to. So yeah, and I've done a few other things, but basically the color is different, and that's what I'm going to be showcasing right now. All right, so yeah, let's go back to that folder. Just kind of backtracked a little bit there, but I'll go back to the folder, back to the images folder, and I'm going to select all of these images. I'm going to hold down Command to select multiple images. So we have layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, layer 12, and layer 52. Once I've selected those, I'm going to right click, open with Adobe Photoshop CC. All right, very good. So it's going to open up in here. And the next thing I want to do is get a color palette. For the last one, I used the Muse For You color palette. So that's where I got those colors from. But if we go to Muse For You shop and we go to free resources, we scroll down and we go to color.adobe.com, we can go there and we can just select the color palette. So I'm going to click on Explore and just choose kind of a random color palette. Okay, let's do this one, cherry cheesecake. So I'm gonna hover over this and click on edit to get the color palette, and here's my color palette that I'll be using for this tutorial. So to change the colors, I'm simply gonna go to my different files, and now they're all opened here in Adobe Photoshop. And to change the colors, I'm simply going to right click on blending options, and click on color. I'm going to click on gradient overlay. This animation actually looks better when you have a gradient over it, so I'll click on gradient overlay, and then I'll double click here on the gradient bar, and down here we have this button, and we have the black and the white here. So I'm going to change these two colors to my color palette right over here. So I'm going to change it to this red. Oops. I'm just going to double click there and then hit Command C to copy, or Control C if you're on Windows. And then I'm going to click on this black button right down here and change the color there. And then I'm going to go back to my color palette and I'll change it to this color, this color right there. And I'll double click on the white and paste. Alright, so now we have that gradient on this image, and we can change the gradient a little bit by changing the location, let's say to 70, and it either adds more red or more of that goldish color. So I like the way that looks, so I'll click OK, then I'll go to File, Save for Web, and click on Save, and then just hit Save, and it'll replace that image we initially had. Click Replace, very good. So now we go to the other one, go to our color palette. I'll use this one right here, this middle one. Copy that color, right click on the layer, blending options, go to gradient overlay, and click on the gradient bar, and then I'm going to click on this bottom one here, and there we go. I'm going to leave it like that, just that color and the white, so I think that'll look interesting. And I'll click OK, File, Save for Web. Make sure it's a PNG-24 and the transparency is on, so I'll click Save, and just click Save again and Replace. Then I'm going to go to my other image right here. I'm going to right click on the layer, click on blending options, click on gradient overlay, click on the gradient bar, go to my color palette. I'm going to select this darker red here and click on this button here, change the color, go back to my color palette, and I'll select I'll do this red here, and then right here click on the white, and there we go. That looks good. So I'll click OK and OK. File, Save for Web, click Save, and then Save again. Click Replace, and then I'll go to my next layer. This one I'm going to make, yeah, definitely red. I'll do the red and the gold on this one. So right click on blending options, gradient overlay, click on this bottom square here, paste that in, and then I'll go back here, select the gold, and then I'll click on the white over here, paste that in. Looks good. And then I might do something like, alright, let's do like 70, or no, 100. We'll just do 100. That looks good there. Yeah, that looks good. So then I'll go to File, Save for Web, click on Save, and then Save, then Replace, and then I have one more. We have these circles here, so I'll go back to my color palette, and I'll do this color here in the middle. Right click, go to blending options, gradient overlay, click on the gradient, double click in there, paste that, and select this one, click on the white, and paste that. Alright, interesting. Click OK, File, Save for Web, click Save, and Save. Alright, so we've replaced all the images we need to change the color for this animation. So now if we go back to that folder and we click, we can see the images are different colors. And if we go back, actually there's one more. There's this menu lines flipped. I'm going to open with Adobe Photoshop, and I'm going to change that to the red color here. I'm going to right click on blending options. I'm just going to do a color overlay. Actually, I'll do a gradient, and then change the color here at the bottom, click OK, and yeah, you can't really tell. I'm just gonna do a, oh wait, no, you can. All right, yeah, go back here, click OK, and I'm gonna click cancel because I'm gonna do a color overlay instead of a gradient because you can't really tell the gradient on these lines because they're so thin. So I'll click OK, file, save for web, save and replace, and then I'll open up the last one here, menu lines, open Adobe Photoshop, right click, blending options, color overlay, click the color there, and then Command V to paste that color, or Control V if you're on Windows, then file, save for web, click save, and then replace. Alright, so that's just the process of changing all the colors. I know it was fairly kind of long, I guess, but I just wanted to showcase that you can change all the colors on these different elements in the animation. Because if you are to use it, you might not want it to be the default color that it comes with. So this is just the process of changing all the colors for your animation. So, excuse me, so now if I go back from the images folder, I click back, and now I'm in the main section of the folder, and I double click on the Muse For You Futuristic Animation menu, and the Edge Animate file. I'll just double click on that, and we can see that we have different colors on the animation, and it actually looks pretty cool on black, so I might leave it like that. Or what I'm going to do is set the stage to transparent. So over here to the left of Edge Animate, just click on the black, and over here the stirred bar, just drag it all the way down. That way we can choose whatever color we want in Adobe Muse and see what looks best in the background here for this animation. Alright, and now that we're in the animation, the next part is to, if I go to File, Preview in Browser, we have the animation there, and it's kind of fairly big. I'll just minimize it, and we can see that the menu items, the color is kind of green. So if we want to change the menu items, we want to change the name and the color, we simply go here. We see we have menu item 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is the home page, but 1 through 5 are 1 through 5. So I want to click on menu item 1, hold down shift, and select menu item 6, and now all the menu items are selected. Then I want to go up here where it says off, and I want to turn it on. So now I can see all the menu items. And basically, to change the color, I'm going to go to my color palette in here, and I'm going to select this red, and I'm going to go here where the screen color is, and I'm going to just click on hex and then swap out the color there. Perfect. Now the menu items match the theme and the colors of this animation, and that's pretty much it. If you want to change the colors or the name of the menu items, just click on the menu item, and you can change it to like services. I'll click on the next one. Just double click on it, and it'll bring up the text field, so you can change the text. And I'll change this to about, and resources, services. Oh wait, I already did services. Info and contact. All right. So there we've changed the names, and you can even change the font if you want to. Just select here in the font where it says text to the left, just click on add font, and there's a bunch of fonts to select from. Alright, so I've changed the font. Alright, very good. So our animation looks good, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And now we can publish the animation. So if I go to File, I go to Publish Settings, and everything should be good to go. So you simply just have to click on, actually let me just double check. You want to click on, File, Publish Settings, Animate Deployment Package, and then the target directory, click on the folder, and make sure that, let's see. Yeah, make sure that you're definitely inside of that unzipped folder, and that you go to the Publish folder, Animate Package. So once again, you want to go to the folder which you unzipped, double click on Publish, double click on Animate Package, and that's it, and then click choose and click save. Now if you go to file, publish, that animation is going to publish in the publish folder, and then animate package, and then here's the .oam file, and this is the file that we use for Adobe Muse. So now I'm going to go to Adobe Muse. I'm going to go to file, new site. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to double click on home, and I'm going to go to my folder, and I'm going to click, hold, and drag the animation right into here. And we did forget to do one thing, or I forgot to do one thing. We want to take a new poster image of this animation, so we know that we're using these colors. So to take a new poster image, and the poster image is this image that we see in Adobe Muse. So to get a new poster image, you simply click over here where it says poster, click the camera icon, and then select capture. All right, now if we go to file, publish, it's going to publish with this new poster image. And if we go back to Adobe Muse, I'll just delete this. We'll go back to our folder, and we'll click, hold, and drag the .oam file in here, and now we have that new poster image. All right, and I'm going to backtrack again. After you've changed the name of the menu items, simply again select all the menu items. So select menu item 1, hold down shift, and then select menu item 6, and they're all selected. And then you want to go up here where these two eyes are, the icons of the eyes, and then where it says on, you want to say off. That way we don't see the menu items. All right, that's pretty much it. And then I'm going to file, publish again, and then we're going to go to Adobe Muse, and again I'm going to delete this here and go back to the folder, and then bring in the .oam file. All right, very good. And I'm going to, right now it's at 1000 by 1000. I want it to be a bit smaller, so I'm going to say 700 by 700, and just place it in the center there. And now if I hit Command Shift E, we have that animation. And I'm going to put it on black to see how it looks. So I'm going to go to Browser Fill and change it to black, and I'll hit Command Shift E, and cool, looks pretty interesting. All right, everything works. Very nice. And I can even put a logo in the middle there, so I can I can put the Muse For You logo, or actually, yeah, any logo. But let's see, yeah, I have the Muse For You logo here. Here we go. And I'll just shrink this down to about there, or maybe 150. There we go. We'll shrink this down to 150. All right, and then I can maybe set another fill, create a rectangle there, set it to 200, and then fill it with this color here, make it a circle, and place that in there. All right, and then layers, I'll bring the Muse For You logo to the front. There we go. That looks pretty good. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now if I hit Command Shift E to preview in the browser, we have the logo there, and everything works. All right. So the other thing, if you want this to work with different pages on your website, you want to create page 1 through 5, because those buttons are designed to work with pages called page 1 through 3, so page 4 and page 5. So I'm just going to change the colors of these pages just to show you how that works. Let's see, different color there. All right, and we just preview, plan, preview. All I'm doing now is previewing each page so that I can preview it in my browser, because unless you preview it in Adobe Muse, it doesn't work in the Chrome web browser. All right, so now I'm going to hit Command Shift E, and as you can see, each of these buttons goes to those different pages. All right. So awesome. That's pretty much it for this video tutorial. Yeah, you can definitely get the animation at museforyoushop.com. And by the time you watch this video, it will be right over here in this area. Just click on it, you can preview it. It'll have the default colors initially, but just watch this video tutorial to see how to change the colors to match your website. It's a pretty cool effect. I think it can add a lot of interest to your web design and web development if this is what you're going for, kind of that futuristic feel and kind of a cool menu there. So yeah, that's it for this video tutorial. Thanks for watching. If you like this video tutorial, you can subscribe below by clicking the subscribe button. You'll get access to the Muse For You private community, the Google Plus private community. You'll get news and updates on new video tutorials that come out from the Muse For You YouTube channel. And you'll get news and updates on new animations, icon sets, and videos that come out from museforyoushop.com. Basically, animations and icon sets. Also check out museforyoushop.com for the website starter kit. There's web hosting, there's Muse themes, awesome widgets from Muse themes, and there's awesome images from Dollar Photo Club. You can get amazing widgets for $1. These links are also in the description area below, but yeah, they're easily accessible at museforyoushop.com. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video tutorial.